The Japanese security officer took one look at me and said, "Hey, Indonesian!" And then he forced me to open all of my luggage immediately on the spot. Bro thinks I snuck in the entire Counter-Strike global offensive arsenal into this country. Hey familia, Igni here, and welcome back to another Shadowverse video. First of all, let me just say shoutouts to the sun. Absolutely radiant lighting today. So radiant, in fact, that my green screen cannot handle it. We are here playing Pazuzu Bloodcraft. This is a deck list I stole from Cryzome, and I'm not giving him any credit. It's, well, it is what it sounds like. You play the card Pazuzu. Why is it loading? Pazuzu! And you fuse cards into this guy for this insane effect where it deals 6 damage to all enemy followers, then the leader, then recovers your play points and draws you 6 cards. So on turn 6, you just kill them instantly by doing Pazuzu into usually either Pain Immortal or Doomlord of the Abyss for a 1-turn kill. To make sure you get the combo, you have Azvaldt, Thunder God, and Eccentric Archdemon to cycle, as well as these last 2 are also just fusion targets as well. Waltz is also able to cycle, as well as activate Vengeance, which is useful for your Doomlord and your Warden of Decay, which is very, very important, in particular against the more aggressive decks, because this effect will allow you to survive, restoring your defense, dealing with their board, and drawing 2 cards. And speaking of survival, you also have the Happy Pig, which, as you guessed it, is also a fusion target. A lot of the followers here also have accelerates that you can use, so you're not stuck with just a bricked hand. But to be honest, you want to keep a fair amount of them anyway, so that you have targets for Pazuzu. Guaranteed. Well, let's get into the game. So first, make sure to like the video and subscribe. It really, really does help out. Do you like moving, or are you looking for a perma place? No, I don't like moving. Moving sucks. But, my perma place is not ready yet, so once that one is done, I'll be there for a while. That one's gonna be ready in like maybe a year and a half, a year or so. More like house watching. Yeah, I'm basically house watching. If you don't like moving, why are you moving? I don't like sleeping either, but I have to do it. Looking mighty fine as always. Nailed your hair today, I see. Thank you so much, Mormel. I don't normally get compliments on my hair. Mostly because my hair is usually a mess. But I've been growing it out recently. I don't know if you guys noticed. If I like let it fall down like this, it's like I'm a... This is what chat would call the hentai protagonist look. Are you getting Mama Igni any pets? No, my mom does not like pets. She begrudgingly accepts that my sister has a cat. To be honest, I don't really want to take care of a pet either. Only true hentai protagonists play Pazuzu. True. I guess I just sack one? I don't even have the Pazuzu in hand. What does this guy do? Who is this? Hey, at least he restores defense. That's okay. How do you know about H protagonist stuff? Rowan King? What am I, a baby-faced, innocent little boy? I've watched hentai. I think most of us in this chat have. We can all admit it. We can all admit it.
Let's go. Going for the prey.
Not me. Very pure of you, chat. I respect it. You do have somewhat of a baby face. Is that good? Seems like a largely neutral comment, I guess. Is the house watching job worth it? It is literally house watching, though. I pay utilities and internet, and that's about it. I would say it's worth it. It's kind of awesome. Get to stay in a place for almost, well, not free. I pay every month, but cheaper than I would otherwise. Can you call it freeloading if you're living with your parents' money? Isn't that literally what freeloading is, though? I'm basically a leech, but that's okay. I recommend it. Do I have to play this guy? Wait, no, what if I just play Genomuel? Yo, poggers.
My bad, Captain.
Poggers.
As you say, Captain.
No shame. Is that no shame in regards to the pornography? Or no shame in regards to the freeloading? I have no shame in either regard.
Come forth, crimson flame.
I think it's very important to not reject help if the person who's giving the help is able and willing to help you. Especially in the current climate where property is generally incredibly difficult to get. Living costs are rising everywhere. I have no shame in that. And I advise you to not have shame in that too. Please accept help if people are willing to help you. Just don't let weird things into the house. The only weird thing I let into the house is me. Is it freeloading if you have the job of house watching? Kinda, still, I guess. I am house watching and I am paying utilities and internet. So kinda? It's cheaper than if I'm living alone, so that's nice.
You will know fear.
You moved from Indonesia? No, I'm in Indonesia. By my current monthly wage, I need 10 years to buy a house. Yeah, property is fucked. In a lot of places, property is fucked. Real talk? Oh my god, Vive. Holy shit. 20 bucks. Have some money so moving feels better. Hope all your moving goes alright. Much love as always. Thank you so much, man.
Better. Hope all your moving goes alright. Much love as always.
Oh my god, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the moving went really well, actually. I have to pay, like, the installation fee for the new internet, I guess. I think it's a 12-month contract and there's no installation fee. Still comes out of my pocket, though. So I do appreciate the dono. Thank you so much. I hate that bot voice. The fuck you talking about? She's the best one. I forgot her name. Am I a bad bot user because I forgot the name of the bot? Usually everybody uses Justin. You know Justin? It's the bot that sounds like a little boy. But I decided to... I remember her name now. It's Ravina. You gotta respect Ravina. You're in Indonesia, that 20 USD can feed for a week? Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say, if you want to own property, real talk, real, move to Indonesia. She is... I don't know why I said she. Like, Indonesia's a person. Indonesia's great. Cost of living is low. It's especially good for freelancers who get paid in USD. So, like, when I do streams and stuff, casts, I mean, I usually get paid in USD. The exchange rate's kind of OP.
Promising soul, dead ahead. A promising soul, dead ahead. This is the end. We've got you. Completely.
As an Indonesian, I can confirm. I'm an Indonesian too, but I always feel a little out of place. Because I grew up in an international school, so... Just give me a second while I do this. I grew up in an international school, so my Indonesian's not very good, and I feel like kind of like a not real Indonesian, if that makes sense, which is kind of a stupid mindset to have, I suppose, but it is how I feel sometimes. I try my best, though. Damn, that's crazy that shit just happened. Easy clap. But I experienced some like pretty intense discrimination for it before. Like one time I was at the airport about to leave Indonesia to go back to Singapore for school. I was just in Indonesia for holiday, I believe. And I was at the immigration or emigration, I guess. The guy at the counter was just like aggressively asking me question after question after question for no reason. In Indonesian. And I was replying the best I could, but like it was tough for me. And he just looked angrily at me, slammed my passport on the table, and he was like, if you can't speak the language, stay out of the country. And I was like, oh god. Yeesh. And obviously I didn't fight him on it because I wanted to make my flight on time, but pretty crazy thing to say. For real? Yeah, man. I've had a couple of instances of pretty insane discrimination at airports and stuff. Like one time I was in Japan. I was heading out of the airport and the Japanese security officer took one look at me and said, "Hey, come over here." And then I did, obviously. And he asked me for my passport and I gave him my passport. He took one look at it, looked me in the eyes, and he legit had, you know that meme of like the guy going like this? He looked at me like that, and he was like, "Indonesian!" And then he forced me to open all of my luggage immediately on the spot in the middle of the airport. And I was like, damn. Bro thinks I snuck in the entire Counter-Strike global offensive arsenal into this country. Crazy. So yeah, kind of sucks. If you ever have the chance to be on the receiving end of intense racial discrimination, I don't recommend it. And of course, the funny thing is, after that experience, I met up with my co-casters. I was flying to Japan for a cast for Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2017, I think. And I met up with Exo and the other casters. And Exo's a white guy. And I was talking to Exo, and Exo was like, "Oh my goodness, the airport experience was so nice. They just let me through and everything. Such an efficient country." And I was like, haha, yeah.
You will know fear.
I think I have to kill this guy, right? Shit. Alright.
Glad to be of service. Time to go the happy Ricky.
Old Indonesians are racist, I guess? Well, the guy at the immigration wasn't old. The one that was super aggro to me. I think, obviously there's nothing I can do about this. It's like a really big societal and historical issue. But there's a really big, not only class, but also like prejudice divide, if that makes sense. Between Malay Indonesians and Chinese Indonesians. And there's a lot of animosity on both sides to each other. Not really much I can do about that. So. It does suck to be on the receiving end of it, though. Even if you do understand, like, why this happens. It feels very bad. Anyway, GG. I'm winning all these games, but I don't think I'm gonna upload this to YouTube considering the commentary. Or should I just upload it? Get some real talk on the Ignideus channel for once, eh? Instead of all this stupid meme shit.